All right, this is episode 2. Andrew, you know, Landon over there.
Mhm.
And then, who are you?
Oh, I'm Dwayne.
Yeah, that's my dad.
His dad.
So it's kind of daytime now. It was almost daytime when we started filming. This is after the fact, but yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this. We're gonna try to do it about every Friday. So
Yes, sir.
And if only one person just watches this, get into this. This is what it's all about. I mean, we read it, we discuss it, and it might take us into a different direction, and we have fun with it. But as long as you're trying to read and understand and live your life by it.
yeah,
We're
heck
all
yeah,
in
amen
this
to that.
out.
And
We're all in
don't take us too serious
Yeah.
either. Just a warning. No.
I mean, you don't have to be a square peg to read the Bible. We can sit here and talk and read and
Yeah.
Mhm.
crack jokes. It's living life.
Yeah.
It's living life.
I think that's how it's supposed to be. Just like real conversation, with this being the root of it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
That's it.
Well, heck yeah.
I think people are scared of having fun talking about
Yeah, you know, you grow up like
about the Bible.
there's a time and place, you know, to be serious, and
Mhm.
it's like everybody's too serious now. I feel like.
Yeah.
It's we're supposed to have fun in
Yeah.
our life. I mean, we really are.
It's already stressful enough
Yeah.
out here. But all right, well, let's get into it.
I got a liturgy. I'm going to read it.
All right, send it.
It says, a liturgy to begin a purposeful gathering.
Ooh, 2 or
Friggin'.
more podcast.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Wake us. My brain is not functioning
All right, hold on.
at a high level.
This guy, where'd you go last night?
Brennan Lake concert, BJCC.
And he still got here a little late, but
Went
he still
to
got
bed
here.
at about 2:05 this morning, and it is 6:25 that same morning.
But don't feel bad for him. He took off today.
All right, so wake us to be present to you and to one another in these shared hours. For it is you, O Lord, who gathered us from our various places, and you alone who knows our hearts and needs.
Amen, brother.
That slaps. That's good.
Also,
stuff.
this is my dad. He usually joins us, but it's been a mess the last couple of weeks. So, but we're all 3 here. Hopefully, maybe we'll have more eventually. But
That would be cool.
yeah.
That would definitely be.
So last podcast, me and Landon read through James chapter 1. I told him to read through James chapter 1. I don't know if he has or not.
I haven't
Let's
read
go.
it, but I have listened to it.
Oh
on
yeah,
Bible app.
he did tell me he was listening to it. So, you want to start, Landon, with James chapter 2, and then we'll just kind of go from
Let
there.
me get there real quick. Somebody, my wife, took my little strings out of my place here.
Oh.
So
I went back and reread chapter 1, and I highlighted. You know, like when you go back and read something, you like, oh, I didn't realize that, like, the first time. So, like, verse 2 through 4, I like this. Consider it a great joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you experience various trials, because you know that the testing of your faith produces endurance. I like that, produces endurance.
Let's go.
And let endurance have its full effect, so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing. I don't know. That's just like, that's awesome to me.
Yep.
You know, listening to these yesterday, and I was listening to James 2 again this morning on my way here. But what do these 2 chapters, in a way, have to do with what's going on today?
A lot. A lot.
Especially with the government shutdown, and you know,
Mhm.
I think starting today, the airlines are cutting back at least 10%. And
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I need to be better at keeping up with it. He's my news anchor right here. Like, I just, I don't ever keep up with it. I don't know, it stresses me out.
I would be right there with you on like knowing stuff, but I deleted X like 3 weeks ago, and I've been told things this past week that I had no earthly clue and it feels weird not
Yeah.
knowing.
Yeah.
I had X for years, and then
Mhm.
sometime, I guess either earlier this year, it might have even been late last year, I deleted it. I just got tired of all it was nothing but negativity. And
Yeah.
I mean, I only followed a few people, or like, a few like news sources and
Yeah.
sports and weather, but all the other crap that was filtered in with it, and I'm like,
It gets annoying sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah. See,
Click.
I just
Yeah.
realized that X used to be Twitter. I tried Twitter for a while, and then I didn't understand it. I guess like you
Yeah.
just type stuff, like you just post like a sentence or two or whatever.
Yeah, I'm
But
like 100.
when it's X, like I think that I don't know. I just never got it, so I'm out of the loop on the X. thing.
X is definitely better than Twitter was.
Yeah.
But still, it can just kind of fall into that annoying crap. Sometimes.
All right.
It was very annoying.
I get the notification, and I get it. Like like some of the news guys would kind of like see the news posted from these other guys, so they'd kind of like copy the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like even for a short period there, I even had like a anonymous, kind of like political account, to where like I was like, it's right when the last election was going on, so I was kind of like, I was in it.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of like posting stuff, even though nobody knew who I was, my face or anything like that. I didn't use my name either. And that's what I would do sometimes is I would see if like a news source posted it, I would take it, change up the wording, and then post it myself. But then I stopped doing that for a while. It just kind of got, I didn't feel right to keep doing it. And the annoying part of it is seeing 6 people that I followed post the exact same thing, almost like verbatim of like news and stuff. And I'm like, sheesh. Totally off topic.
That's all right. No, I don't know. I should probably be a little more into the news and stuff, but I'm not.
In moderation.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's got to be a balance for everything.
Yeah, dude, it can get you depressed.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm one of those. I love like news, watching the news and keeping up with all the politics, and
Mm-hmm.
it's depressing. I mean,
And like,
and they all recycle the same thing, but with a different spin on it. Fox, they do their own thing, and then CNN and MSNBC, they all do the same thing, but they do it from their side of things.
Right.
They can take the same topic, and if it was like a good thing that was going on, and they'll spin it from the other side to see,
Mm-hmm.
make it how horrible. And I'm like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
garbage.
And it's like you don't know what's real and what's fake, and
Yeah.
and
Well-
now like with the AI, like maybe
It's
not on the
even worse.
news, but like on social media, like Brax was talking about like how she can't even tell like what's fake and what's real, and
Dude, I just saw a video this morning, and it was this I have a feeling this video was somebody getting baptized, which is a good thing. But the way I've used the AI apps before to make videos,
yeah,
so like you just a short time of using those things, you learn the little bitty differences between a real video and an AI video that you can tell it's not real.
yeah,
And for some reason, this little video of this guy getting baptized, it was a baptismal, but the water was like dirt brown. And I was like, I feel like an actual like church wouldn't have that and put somebody in there. And the way that
just one
the
they
hands
use,
looked normal.
the only water they use forever.
People were commenting that this all the sins from everybody else. They didn't watch it out. But yeah, just the way that not necessarily what the hands looked like, but how they moved didn't seem fluid.
Yeah, they said the hands and like feet and stuff like will be weird.
Man. But what I wanted to say too on that political stuff is that like this kind of came up to mind just a second ago, but how it all kind of just makes you worry about tomorrow and like what's going to happen, because everybody's just kind of making it exaggerated, like you were saying, just worse, twist it in their own way. But like this says, like don't don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow has enough worries about itself.
Yeah.
And
I was watching something yesterday. I think it was on YouTube. The caption caught my attention, so I watched it. It's talking about AI being possibly, the mark of the beast, whatever. But it was these two guys, and now I guess this is all they study as far as end time stuff.
mm-hmm.
But one of the guys brought up, he said, technology has come so far advanced since he said they've been studying this stuff for like the last 20 years. He said now that some countries actually have the technology for AI to be able to read the room and almost read people's thoughts. And it's some kind of dust that they can throw into the air.
What?
And it's supposed to, I guess, read the room, or I guess get a sense of what people are thinking.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, and then it brought about the part of the mark of the beast, where like in China, they actually, they do the social credit score.
Mm-hmm.
They have facial recognition cameras everywhere, and
Yeah.
they gave the example of a guy. He was jaywalking, and immediately they knew who he was, where he lived, his bank account information. So without his knowledge, I mean, for jaywalking, so they fined him, took the money out of his account, and it hit his social credit score. And after a certain amount of things on your social credit score, they, depending on what it is, they can freeze your bank account, freeze your job.
That's insane.
Supposedly in the end, you're not
Yeah.
able to buy, sell, or trade. So if they
Mm-hmm.
freeze your stuff, and you can't go buy gas for your car,
It's just
or
messed up.
you pull up to the gas station, well, your social credit score is 5 today, so you can only get 3 gallons of gas.
What?
Or,
Yeah.
you can only for the next 48 hours you're only allowed so much food. And I'm like, now I've looked into some of that, and they do that in China. They have
Yeah,
That's
my dad
insane.
told me about that a while back now. But it's just crazy. That's just like, it's not freedom at all in any way, shape, or form. It's just all.
And then you look at this week, New York City elected, what they elected. I'm not going, since this is going on. This is going on social media.
All right,
Let's just
I
say
know.
it's not the best thing for New York
It's
City.
not the best thing, and I'm getting the popcorn and the beer ready because we're fixing to watch in real time this dumpster fire,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
so to speak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say this on that note, that there was I listened to a guy named it was Granger Smith. He used to be a country singer, and he
Yeah.
quit singing country. Now he has his podcast and stuff, but he just preaches, goes to churches and stuff, which I thought was really cool. And he was sharing something on, like, I can't remember what, I think it was Colorado maybe, I might be wrong, but it was some state that have in Islam, I believe. I might be getting some of these twisted, but I believe in Islam they would have these large, like megaphone siren things that they would do like the mosque or whatever.
Yeah.
The call to prayer.
Call to prayer for the mosque, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
it's that's not Christianity. It's not about Jesus, and he said that whenever he went to over to that country, that he said that what he felt like a sense of hope when he heard it, and he said why he says that is that now he has an opportunity to pray for these people and to hopefully, because if you're around these people, to introduce them to Jesus. And now they're doing the mosque over loudspeaker in some state in the U.S.
Michigan.
Okay.
Does it.
And
I think specifically Dearborn.
okay, and he said that, like, he just kind of brought it up, and that's a good thing to think about, is that, like, it's a way to it's an opportunity to pray for people, and hopefully, since America's mostly Christians, I'd say, you have more opportunity to share the gospel with those people who are over here, and maybe that'll kind of spread within their circles. So it is dark, but like I guess that would be a good, I guess, reminder for us that there's an opportunity to spread the right thing.
Yeah. Do you want to start with
Yeah.
chapter 2?
There's 2 large sections. How do you want to split that
Let's
up?
see. So we got chapter 3.
1 through 12 is the first section. 14 through 25 is the second.
All right. I'll say you read the first, I'll read the second, Dad, you can read the last.
All right.
James chapter 2. My brothers and sisters, believers in our glorious Lord Jesus Christ, must not show favoritism. Suppose a man comes into your meeting wearing a gold ring and fine clothes, and a poor man in filthy old clothes also comes in. If you show special attention to the man wearing fine clothes and say, "Here's a good seat for you," but say to the poor man, "You stand there or sit on the floor by my feet," you have you not discriminated among yourselves and become judges with evil thoughts? Listen, my dear brothers and sisters, has not God chosen those who are poor in the eyes of the world to be rich in faith and to inherit the kingdom he promised those who love him? But you have dishonored the poor. It is not the rich who are exploiting. Is it not the rich who are exploiting you? I'm having such a hard time reading this morning. Are they not the ones who are dragging you into court? Are they not the ones who are blaspheming the noble name of him to whom you belong? If you really keep the royal law found in Scripture, love your neighbor as yourself, you are doing right. But if you show favoritism, you sin and are convicted by the law as lawbreakers. For whoever keeps the whole law and yet stumbles at just one point is guilty of breaking all of it. For he who said, "You shall not commit adultery," also said, "You shall not murder." If you do not commit adultery, but do commit murder, you have become a lawbreaker. Speak and act as those who are going to be judged by the law that gives freedom, because judgment without mercy will be shown to anyone who has not been merciful. Mercy triumphs over judgment.
Ooh, I like that where it was like, if you the person that says like, do not commit adultery, and do not murder, but who like doesn't commit adultery but murder, you're still a lawbreaker. Like, it's like you're just being a hypocrite of yourself.
Under the old law, the old covenant, if you broke one law, then you broke all 613 of them.
Yeah.
And that's for, and I can't remember where it says. It basically says that the law was so hard to keep that no one could.
Yeah.
Even the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I've seen where people think that Jesus was just like just a good human, and I'm like, if you just saying that like that, there's no way like if he was just like a regular human,
he wouldn't be able to fulfill it.
So,
and on that note, we actually went over that at church this past Sunday, but it's like people were saying, "Oh, they just kind of filled in the blank. They saw what he did while he was here," because all this was written a short time after he ascended, the New Testament, and they're saying, "Oh, whenever he left, they kind of filled in the blanks of what he did and how that kind of lines up with some things," and they're like, "No, all the stuff from the Old Testament, the prophecies that he would fulfill the law, was already written hundreds of years before, and then he came and fulfilled it. So there's no way to twist that."
Right.
So yeah, that's just another point to what you said, that he is the only one. It was the only way that they were ever going to be fulfilled.
Yeah, I like that.
You can do the second part.
Yeah, if you want. Okay. Yeah. Where were you starting at? 14.
14. Faith and deeds. What good is it, my brothers, if a man claims to have faith but has no deeds? So what does that mean?
So, what good is my brother, sister? Have faith but have no. Mine says, does not have works. So it's saying like, don't be just a hearer, also be a doer.
Yeah. Well, some say that I guess some different denominations or whatever You know, they say that
Like, you can't have one without the
salvation
other kind of thing.
alone is not good enough, and you got to have works and deeds, and some that I've read, you know, they say the works and the deeds are not exactly like works, you know, like some different denominations think, but it's what you do,
Yeah.
what you
Just
what
being
you
a
do day to
just
day.
being
You know?
like open the door for an old lady or walk,
Yeah,
or like helping somebody in actual
you know,
need.
are you being helpful to everybody just in your everyday walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if you have true faith, the works or whatever flow from that place of faith.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think if you're like doing good in your hours by yourself, then it's gonna reflect. Maybe not always, but like it's gonna at least make you a better person
yeah,
as you're
Yeah.
like with
the
your
more
walk
you
with
dig
faith.
into it, the more fruit will come from it. No matter how minute it might seem to
Yeah.
you, someone's going to see the fruit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
Let's see. Can such faith save him? Suppose a brother or sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to him, "Go, I wish you well, keep warm and well fed," but does nothing about his physical needs, what good is it? And it's kind of like today, you know. Do you really see somebody that needs help, a handout or a hand up? I mean, in today's time, you've got those that
Yeah,
they
like
stand on every corner,
like
you
that
know,
one guy.
every single day.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Right.
That one guy that walks around town. Like I tried to give him money one time, and like he just ruined it. And I feel like if you really need help, I feel like people that like don't need the help, they're just like pestering people, ruin it for the people that actually need help,
Yeah,
kind of
right.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where was I at? 16 or 17. Okay. In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. But someone will say, "You have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by what I do." You believe, you believe that there is, you believe that there is one God. Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pick up at 20 if you
So,
want me to.
what does that tell you? I mean, even the devil and the fallen angels, I mean,
Yeah.
That's
at one time they were with God. So
You know,
they
that's
already
the
know.
dangerous thing.
You were talking about that where that guy on the operating table like died and like was like watching from above in like the operating room, and like when he came back they saved him or what, he told them thanks, like he saw what they were doing. I
Yeah.
was listening Ninjas or Butterflies,
Yeah.
and they were talking about how some people have these, like I think it's like demonic or whatever, but these powers are like almost like transport their mind to other places in time.
Yeah.
And there was this one story they brought up where they asked the girl that could do it, like, why don't you just go back to the crucifixion of Christ to see if it was true and stuff. And like she just couldn't talk because like it was like the demon
Yeah.
like shutting her up
I
pretty
remember
much.
that
And I was
episode,
like,
yeah.
what the heck, dude?
That's which is even the demons believe in God. Sorry, I'm pausing so much. My brain's like operating on 1.2 speed. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, that's you know, you used to hear some people say like, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in the devil, I don't believe in any of that. It's just we're just here, and that's exactly where the devil wants you to be. If you
Yeah.
don't believe in God, you don't believe in the devil. That's where he wants you. He wants you to be. If you don't care about any of that, he's got you in his hands.
Right.
I
He's gonna
think
take it.
you know, a lot of people think that the devil doesn't want you to believe in God or to do good works, whatever. But I think, like you were just saying, I think he would rather you just not believe in anything,
Exactly.
because you know you can say you don't believe in the devil, but when you say you don't believe in either one, he's got you in what he considers a better place, because I mean he don't have to worry about trying to deceive this person. Let's just
Right.
move on to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Already got him in the bag.
You
I'm just
got
gonna
him
move
in the
on.
bag.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's That's crazy. But it's just like that's just like that verse right there is like another just small piece of proof that God is real because even the demons believe.
You ever think like
Uh,
I know like Lucifer is like a fallen angel. Do you ever think like why God doesn't like just like get rid of Satan? Like, you think it's like so there is like a good and evil?
You
Like
know,
you know what I mean?
uh, that's a
Like why
very
wouldn't
good
why wouldn't he
question.
just like get rid of him? You know, or maybe he can't right now because you know they say like what is it like when he comes back like he's gonna banish Satan to like
he
chain
will
him down
ultimately
or
then.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
So I wonder if it's like just us like a test almost just so we know like we're finding our way to Jesus and like there's gonna be the
Hmm.
temptations and stuff like that.
See, I also personally don't believe that the devil's running around, causing havoc on everybody. Like, we have a bad day, or we get into a fight with our wives, or something happens at work. Wow, that's just the devil. You're just having a bad day. I mean,
Right, yeah.
you're just having a crappy day, and
Yeah.
as things kind of pile up,
You just
you
got to
know,
make sure you stick with the Jesus side, you know,
yeah,
making sure you're thanking him for every day and not like I think we were talking about it like stay in the word, you know, and like I don't remember if it was me and you talking about that, but it was like the more you get into it like and stay in it, like the better your outcomes in like life will be kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's just like again, like if you're really steeping in the word, like I
yeah.
said the other day, it really just like it and you're truly in it, it will just it's just like an overflow of just it'll fuse itself into every part of life.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was something I was gonna say with what you just said. What were we just talking about? Uh,
the devil being around
yeah,
everything,
okay. So
making you do everything.
I used to think when I was younger that that was the case. Like literally, if I had a bad day, something bad happened, the devil was at me that day. And there was this comedian John Christ. He was talking about he's like he was like talking about this woman. He was like she had a really bad day. She like I can't remember what it was. Something kind of like oh boohoo kind of happened to her,
Yeah.
and she said it was the devil. And he's like oh no. He's like we got so many other things going on. He's like the devil's like nah, wait on that. I'm gonna get Deborah right here. I'm gonna get her first. And it's like no, but like you said, it's like the devil's not omnipotent.
Yeah.
He's not. He can't be everywhere at once like God is. And yes, he has his demons that he can
4
send
o'clock,
out.
I gotta cause this catastrophe. But Deborah, I need to piss her off today. Hold on, I'll be there in a minute.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
get yeah, that makes sense.
But that's the thing too is like when bad things happen, people were saying like, why does God do these things? And it's not necessarily that God is doing these things to cause the bad things to happen. It's that even though we sometimes have, no matter what kind of lens we try to put on, sometimes we will just cannot understand why is this happening in my life? Why
Yeah.
is that happening across the world over there? Is that like God allows these things to happen for the good,
Yeah.
even if we don't see it? There's something happening below the surface that's ultimately going to be turned for
And you
good.
hear all these stories like somebody like I don't know, just an example, like somebody dies in your family and like people get mad at God, like why'd you let that happen? You know, and then that makes them like I became atheist, and then like later I came back. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's just I get what you're saying. Like I don't think God's like putting these bad things. I think it's just like kind of how it is. You know what I mean? Like it's just part of like how the earth is.
Mm-hmm.
Something, kind of what you just said. I stumbled across something the other night. Like depending on what you just said about, why does God let whatever happen? I ran across something on TikTok, and it was talking about, what was going on over in Sudan. Someone said, some kind of link. So anyway, I hit it, and I was like, I've been hearing it on the news, but the things that are going on in Sudan, some of the videos I watched, I was like, it does make you wonder why. This has been happening for decades,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but I guess it's with social media, it's coming more to light. You know, kind of like the stuff we were looking at, you know, the stuff about Ukraine,
Yeah.
and all
Like the
the
GoPro
yeah,
footage
yeah,
and
the
stuff like
GoPro
that. And
footages, and I was like, I mean, it's just in our face every day now. I mean, you know,
we get
30
so
years ago, you know, you just heard the little clip on the news or
Mhm.
what you read in the newspaper. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, you can just type in whatever you want to, whatever you want to look at.
yeah, like literally like the war in Ukraine, like you can literally watch it live like on YouTube pretty much. Like
Yeah.
there's different
Yeah.
like platoons that like upload their GoPro footage and it's crazy.
But like, I was watching some footage of some things in Sudan, and I was like, I can't believe this is actually on TikTok.
Yeah. And like I was watching this one video, like just going back to like all the like evil stuff in the world. Like I think it was when the like war in Afghanistan was like popping off. Like people were trying to like throw their newborn babies like to the Marines. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
familiar with that story, but there was a like a veteran talking about it. He was like literally like he could just see them throwing them. Sorry to get so graphic, but like the baby would just like hit the like just
Yeah,
stop
hit the
crying.
baby,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm like daggum like
You know, like right at the very end, the jet or the planes that were, you know, people were trying to hop on the plane just to.
yeah. It's like we don't realize, our bad day. Yeah, it may be bad to us, but like it could be so much worse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I said all that to say, you know, because I find myself personally going, God, why is this being allowed to happen?
Mm-hmm.
And then, kind of, in all those different areas of the world, what is the primary faction or the primary religion? What we were talking about earlier.
Was it
Islam.
Yeah.
Muslim, yeah.
So,
And like we were talking about that, like why are they, they behead you for being a Christian or whatever, and you're saying like you think that those people could possibly be like possessed, or like just be so far from God that
Right.
like they just are
Mhm.
evil, and like they're so I guess numb or something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
just spend so long out of the presence of God, anything's liable to happen. You're just like that moral compass that we all have, and the Holy Spirit that we have. That's like we wouldn't think the way we think, and if we did something, if we went across the street and grabbed somebody, went over there and freaking slapped them across the face, we could do it and not feel bad about it. I feel like if we didn't have the Holy Spirit in us.
yeah.
And that might be a silly example, but like, think about those people over there who have heard nothing but the wrong thing all their life. They've either never heard of Jesus, or if they did, it was in passing, and they do not care. They have this Islamic stuff, and it's just totally opposite of reality. And if you're in that for so long, I mean, just think about how twisted things can get.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's like, I mean, it's slowly starting to creep in
Yep.
to our country.
Mhm.
And, you know,
spooky.
they say that a lot of bad or evil stuff slowly, without notice, starts to take over, no matter what it is, whether you're looking at stuff that you shouldn't look at or,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know, just whatever. But I noticed that it's slowly over the last few decades, it's slowly,
Mhm.
and now we've elected, the largest city in America, the new mayor, and I'm like, I mean, it really makes you wonder what comes next.
Yeah, it's like they're kind of like the analogy of cooking a frog, put it
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
you don't
Good.
turn it right up to hot, he'll hop out. But it's like if you slowly turn the temperature up, he's not gonna notice, and he'll
Right.
eventually just die. And I feel like that's kind of what they're trying to do to America, or just the world, really. And they're just turning up the heat. They're bringing anything that's opposite of Christ
Yeah. Right.
and bringing it to light and making it more and more and more. That's like why it's so important, like we're doing, getting in the Word. And I feel like even though, yes, there's a lot of darkness and it seems to be getting worse, but at the same time, I'm noticing there's a lot of people going to Christ too, though.
Yeah.
Like on their own accord, not like on these big, like emotionally fueled things, but like true repentance and like coming to Christ at the same time that all this darkness is going on. So it's kind of, there is some hope there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, where do we leave off at?
All right, we're on 20. Senseless person. Are you willing to learn that faith without works is useless? Wasn't Abraham, our father, justified by works in offering Isaac his son on the altar? You see that faith was active together with his works, and by works, faith was made complete. And the scripture was fulfilled that says, Abraham believed God, and it was credited to him as righteousness, and he was called God's friend. You see that a person is justified by works and not by faith alone. In the same way, wasn't Rahab the prostitute also justified by works in receiving the messengers and sending them out by a different route? For just as the body without the spirit is dead, so also faith without works is dead. So it's saying like you got to have kind of both sides. Like you have to have faith and you have to, do your due diligence as a human being.
Yeah.
As a Christian.
As a follower of Christ. That's my stoicism coming out.
Yeah.
My philosophy.
So let's just take for an example. You see all these videos of whatever happens. Tragedy happens. Some big fights going on, or whatever, and people don't have the, I guess, intestinal fortitude to stop and go help somebody.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first thing they do?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And then everybody uploads it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there needs to be a law passed that if you see something happening, and at least just pick up the phone and call 911.
Yeah.
Just call,
At minimum.
do something.
See, like, I don't know if
But if
it's...
all you're doing is agging it on, and you're trying to get that video for that whatever that you're going to upload it to, I think if you were there and you didn't try to help somebody, or at least try to break up whatever was going on,
Yeah.
See, I don't know if it's because
you're going to do some time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because, like, you guys, like, half my family's first responders, but there was that one time, I think I told you this, there was a guy in a gas station just, like, fell out. I actually ended up kind of knowing him. He had, like a seizure. And everybody was just watching, and he just, like, fell over, pulling snacks down with him, in the gas station. And I ran over there and, like, put him on his side, and the gas station lady was, like, calling 911, but everybody was just watching. And I was like,
What are y'all doing?
and then, like, when he came to, he kind of got hostile because he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And his workers were standing there just what I was like, dude, like, y'all are going to have to get him. Like, he's about to, like, try to fight me. Like,
Yeah.
but because he came to, he was like, what is it? Like, who are you? Kind of thing. And, but I mean, he was fine. And Braxton actually ended up, he went to high school or middle school or something with him. And we saw him out one day, and I was like, dude, do you remember when you had a seizure? He was like, yeah, it was my first one. And he ended up, like, buying me a drink that night when we saw him. I was like, I helped you through it,
I mean, it's like, I guess with social media and 24/7 news and whatever, we do kind of get numb to.
Yeah, like, I hate to bring this up because everybody's talking, like, Charlie Kirk, like, everybody was just filming, like, nobody was ducking down or nothing. It seemed like they were like, let's get it on video.
Yeah, and it's like so many different perspectives of, like, filming positions. Like, that means it's like so many people were recording the whole thing and then saw that happen and thought, I'm gonna post it.
The one clip that, like, went viral, like, didn't even budge. Like, it was, like, locked on him the whole time. Like, didn't even move. I'm like,
talking about that, something on the news last night. Erica Kirk's done some interviews with I think it's Jesse Waters on Fox, but
and there's been controversy about her being like, like, she's just, whatever.
Yeah, there's some. that's another topic. But
Yeah.
one of the things that was asked on her interview, someone asked her, what were your thoughts on the, I guess the main footage of the
Yeah.
assassination at the end, whatever, the assassination. And she kind of paused, and she's like, "I've never watched it."
Oh, really? She never.
She said she's never watched it.
I'm
She
su-
said she would never watch it. She
I'm
said, "That's
surprised.
not
She
how."
must not have social media because like it
Yeah.
was all over
Well,
the place.
suppose, I mean, I think she, reports said that she was there, and some said she wasn't, but I don't know. I mean, if she was there, she actually probably saw it firsthand.
Right.
But,
I think she might have came out at some point and said that she wasn't. I
yeah,
can't remember what I saw that on, but yeah, I've heard both. I've heard that her and their like newborn were there.
yeah. I just, I don't personally, I don't think she was there.
Yeah,
I mean
I
that
don't
would
think so
be,
either.
traumatizing enough to watch it on,
Right.
a video, but
Mhm.
to actually watch it live. But
People, and it's like I know there's like these big companies that can sometimes be corrupt behind the scenes and stuff like that, and it's like, but I feel like with her, I feel like there's nothing necessarily with her at least. I don't think there's anything nefarious going on behind the scenes with her.
Yeah.
But it's like some people, especially like people who are way outside of the box here, watching, they're like, you aren't emotional enough. Like you aren't reacting the way I want you to react. It's like where's your emotion? Where's all your
Wait,
I
you
want
talking
you
about her acting
flailing.
like-
Like people are commenting that, like on how she's just kind of like tearing up and she's crying. She is emotional, but it's like she's even come out to tell you, but she has a hope that's not here. And it's like, yes, he was assassinated and she's grieving big time over that, but it's like she also knows at the same time where he is. So it's like I can't sulk in what has happened, but like where he is now, that's what I need to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's with Christ now. So it's like, why would I let this one instance, no matter how horrible it is, take over my entire life?
Yeah.
And that's not the way. Even though it's hard for us, I mean, we're not in that situation, but it's like that's how we all need to be. No matter what goes on in our lives, we need to kind of like realize that there's more beyond our circumstances that's going on right now, and that's where our hope lies.
it's like, I think there's a whole lot more to it than I think anybody will ever know.
Mhm.
But as far as her, the one thing that she said here recently
Mhm.
was, someone asked her in an interview, are you afraid of the same thing happening to you since you're taking over his position? And she's like, not really, because then I'll be in heaven with my husband.
Yeah.
And
And like
I thought, like me and you talked yesterday, I was like, that's pretty profound.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, people are like, they're ready for the rapture or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not ready to go.
Yeah.
I enjoy getting up every day, or, I look forward to different things throughout the week.
Yeah.
And like, this is one of them,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But I enjoy this.
Yeah.
We're doing a show tonight.
Yeah.
So I enjoy looking forward to that. Or, we've got Thanksgiving and Christmas
Mhm.
coming, and so I enjoy getting together with y'all, the family, the grandkids. And
Mhm.
so, does that mean that I don't want to eventually one day go to glory? No, it doesn't. It
Mhm.
just,
Yeah.
I don't know. And each to their own. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who wants to? I mean, who really wants to die?
Yeah.
But like, it's like
Yeah, I don't think.
with the like, I really have like when I was doing the philosophy stuff, like there was a Stoic practice is like to remember death. So, I mean, I guess you could put it in Christianity terms too. But like to remember death, so like you live your life with purpose. So that's
Memento
like,
mori, in it.
yeah,
yeah.
So, exactly. But yeah, so it's like to remember death. Like you're gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. I mean, whether it's now or 50 years from now. But like, so just remember that. No, I mean, don't harp on it. But like,
Mhm.
everybody's gonna die.
Your time's gonna come.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
time's
Right.
going to come.
That's
Whether, yeah,
But between point A and point B, I mean, it's what you do with it.
right. Exactly. That's like kind of goes back to what I said earlier about like don't worry about tomorrow.
yeah,
Like you're in the present. You're not living in the past. You can't go back there.
Yeah.
You cannot fast forward to the
going
future.
back to that,
You're
like
now.
don't harp on the past and future. Like I listened to a book, and my mom told me to listen to. What is it? Elevate and Dominate by Deion Sanders. There's a part in there where he says, "Be where your feet are." So like if you're
Yeah.
at work, focus on work. If you're at home, focus on family or whatever. So I always like that. Be where your feet are.
Be
Yeah,
where your
that's
feet
good.
are. I
Yeah.
like
That's
that.
good.
That's good.
I want to say this. I had this on my mind since you read it. I want to say it before I forget. You know how, especially a certain denomination talks about, you know, doing a certain list of things to become righteous over time hopefully by the end of your life. Hopefully you've done them right,
Yeah.
right? And sometimes they'll use the whole Abraham situation here on how it was based on what he did, taking his son to the altar, that made him righteous, like he was going to do the work. But it literally says right here, Abraham believed God, and it was credited to him as righteousness. Literally boosts the fact that by faith alone makes you righteous
Yeah.
in front of God. Justification by faith alone. I just wanted to bring that up and just say that. Highlight that.
Makes you wonder too what his son was thinking the whole time.
Right,
Wait,
yeah.
is that the story where?
That would be like me bounding you, and
Yeah. Is this the story?
You're just letting me bound you, putting you on top of this
Stone.
Yeah.
this stone
Well,
altar. and
is this the story where he does it and then the angel like grabs him, or is that a different? dad?
he says
son?
I think
he says
this is-
don't do it or
yeah.
something. The angel says, I can't remember the exact wording. Basically, God has found favor in you because you were gonna do whatever he was.
That
gonna do.
it was the faith that he had in God to listen to him.
It's almost like when I guess like so why don't we have to do this nowadays? But it's almost like if these really were the like first human beings on the earth, you know what I mean? Like, and they're truly like he had to teach them like, look, like I got you, like you know what I mean? Like it almost seems like why would he make you do that? But it's like it's like almost like he's showing them like I really am like who I say I am, and like you can trust in me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that the hard test though?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of the ones, one of the parts of the Bible that I just don't understand. And I've often wondered, because I still believe that certain things in the Bible were meant for, that audience relevance. That was meant for that time, and then we're supposed to learn something from it, and then whatever other part that comes later, and we're supposed to learn from it. It's made me wonder. Some of the things that we read in the Bible, I don't think could have actually happened today.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
that happened then for a reason.
Well,
Yeah,
if you
it
try
happened. Yeah,
kill
if I
we
tried
go
to
to
do
prison,
that, to you,
like
yeah, I mean, people would look at you.
Yeah.
And they'd be called for an ambulance and hauling you off to North Harbor.
yeah.
And
Right.
or being arrested or.
I think there's
I
the
need coffee.
important thing with like reading, and that's kind of something that's been more I've learned recently, is that there's, on that note that what you said, there is time indicators that you kind of need to figure out as you're reading the Bible. I think you learn it over time by their their language, how they're using it. But there are certain things that you read in there, and it's just it was for an audience of that time. But then there are some things that are obviously apply this now. I found out that took me right back to what I was wanting to say before. It was something that you said a minute ago, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like get to know, like over time, especially nowadays. Like, do you hear about this Blue Beam project? They're gonna have like these projections towards
Oh, the
like
holograms where it
yeah,
looks like the
Christ
rapture's
is coming
happening
back,
and
yeah.
stuff.
What the crap?
and it's like,
Yeah.
and then other stuff.
What?
It's like legit.
What's the point of that? Like
Just to
scare people or
mislead people to
Mhm.
believe in the wrong thing. And there's
Same thing with this 3-eye atlas. I mean, they
Right.
think it's
something more than
Yeah,
maybe
something
just
more
an
than-
asteroid.
yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of things that you're gonna be presented the wrong Jesus a lot throughout your life. and a lot of things. And people are going to say that Christ said this, he said that, or whatever. But it's like, as time goes on, more crap like that's going to happen, and you're going to be presented with a whole bunch of bull. But it's like, get in your word, and I'm saying this to myself because I suck at getting in my word as much as I need to. But it's like, get in your word and get to know Jesus so well to whenever you're presented with these fake Jesuses and these fake things, you know what's real, and you know what not to believe, and you won't be misled because you know who he is.
Yeah.